Hello, beautiful people. How are you beautiful people doing today? Beautiful people, I was just outside with my grandson. Well, like I said, he made him some friends, so he's good. I can see him from where I'm sitting at, okay? But he's a big boy. He's fine. He's 14 years old out there having fun and enjoying himself. He's going to be kind of like I was, He's that short 14. But when I hit 15, 16, somewhere along there, I just shot straight up. Same thing's going to happen with him. But yeah, they're out there playing basketball, but it's got a little, as my Hispanic brother was just saying to me a minute ago, as I was walking by, and we said to each other, it's gotten Frio out there, okay? So let me go get my coat. But I said, you know what? Let me shoot this video because this is still in my mind, and I want to free myself of these thoughts. I want to get them out there to you, beautiful people. But I was talking about Saturday, I believe it was, when I shot those two pair of videos about that beautiful couple that's been together for 62 years. And he was short and she was tall. That's the beauty of the soul, beautiful people. None of that is in the beauty of the soul. How tall you are, how short you are, how I got to have it this way, how it's got to be that way. It's got to be flipped, flopped, and turned over and twisted this way and that way for it to be for me. Those people end up being alone, unfortunately, because that none of that stuff has anything to do with love, and which is what I'm going to talk about momentarily, beautiful people. And when I shot that video of those two videos, interesting enough, what I said was, I said people from 40 to 70 years, because in those number brackets of those aged ancestors who have been together all those years, there are all sorts of heights and sizes. That was a misfit. They don't know anything about that stuff, and they didn't even care. Beautiful people, there's no love in all that stuff. There ain't no love in it all whatsoever. All that stuff is just image and appearance. That's all it is. Beautiful people. And it's interesting because I never said 30, but what I said was, but after I said from 40 to 70, people, that's been married 29 years, end up, drifting apart and not staying together. And interesting enough, yesterday, I was out for a walk. I was walking through the parking lot, headed back to the house, seeing who I can see to be nice to and encourage. And this lady drove up and she was looking for the address to make some deliveries, some food packages to somebody, and come to find out, she watches my videos, her and her sister. And her and I began to talk for a little while. And she began to share with me, as we talked a little further, how she had been married for she felt comfortable opening up to me and talking to me. And she shared with me how after 29 years, her husband no longer wants to be married. She tried to get him to explain to her why or what was going on. And she said he gives her all of these reasons or excuses. And see, people are still splitting up after 29 years. That goes to show you what you have there is a case of one person being married and in love from their soul, and another person being married and in the marriage for whatever those disclosed reasons are for being in that marriage. Beautiful people. Well, they have to be all the wrong reasons after having been married for 29 years and want to get a divorce and don't want to be with your wife anymore. She was in pain, and she told me she was hurting. And at that moment, I just really wanted to say or do something, to make her feel better about where she was, with how she was feeling, with what she was going through. But nothing. She was already laughing and smiling, and you couldn't tell she was in pain. But after 29 years, yes, she was hurting. She was in pain, and she admitted it. I never asked her, and I wasn't about to, but she was comfortable with sharing that with me, and I appreciate her speaking candidly with me like that. But I wanted to help her, but I really couldn't, I really couldn't reach inside of her and pull that pain and those wounds out of her that she was feeling as a result of what she was going through after 29 years. Can you phantom that 29 years and your other partner don't want to be married anymore because they got married for all the wrong reasons? Because when you soul love, nope. When you love from the soul don't know no end, because there is no end, because the soul is eternal. You see? And that's the beauty of what I was sharing with you, beautiful people, about that with that other couple, pertaining to that other couple. 62 years. I haven't even been here that long. And they were just as fresh and vibrant in love as if it was that very first moment that they fell in love. That's real true love from the soul. But this stuff that people are doing from the flesh, in this temporary life right here, that's got a time clock on it from the time you come out the womb, you're on your way back. And, better get it right, because people that think that, that cliche or that theory, the grass is greener, soon as you get over there, that grass going to turn brown. Okay? You think that grass is greener, but that grass isn't greener. It's not. Like the old song say, you better love the one you're with. And how true is that? You certainly better. You better love the one you are with. If that one you're with is right and is true, is honest and is faithful, is loving you from the soul, it don't get no deeper than that. There's not a deeper in depth than that love. Soul love. Beautiful people. Beautiful people, we've got to, with this generation here, like I said before, I talked to that generation. They don't know anything about no prenup and no engagements and all that kind of stuff. They say, look at you and say, what is that? Either you are going to get married or you aren't. Ain't there no such thing as just in case stuff happen? No, beautiful people. Beautiful people, you truly and in-depthly and sincerely and loyally and faithfully committed. Beautiful people, from the time you say I do, you're done. You're supposed to be done. Beautiful people, you are supposed to be done. After 29 years, do you know how difficult that is going to be if later on down the road, I'm not saying she will, but if later on down the road, the next year or two or three, she decides she, don't want to be alone and she want to be married again? The world has changed. It's not the same anymore. Beautiful people, she is not going to know how that works, how to maneuver through all of that. Beautiful people. But, this is why it's so important that we find a way to protect each other. We got to do a better job of how we love each other, how we nurture one another, how we minister to each other. Beautiful people. How we talk about things, how we sort things out, how we work out things, how we converse with one another. The importance of having healthy conversations. We've got to get back to the basics of all that, beautiful people. All that stuff works. Beautiful people, it's nurturing to us. It's healthy for us. It's healthy to us. Beautiful people, we've got to figure those things out. Beautiful people. Yes, we do. We got to figure all of that stuff out, beautiful people, so that we can protect each other's emotions and feelings. Beautiful people, we've got to love each other, and we've got to always love each other. We got to stop walking past each other, not sharing kind words and smiles with each other, not telling each other that we love each other and care about each other. We've got to feed each other so that we all sleep good at night. Have a smiling day, beautiful people.